All right, folks, here we're going to go through the setup procedure for the Flight Data Systems T-30 tachometer. Of course, the first thing you want to do is download the instructions, with particularly attention to the setup procedure on page 2. All right, to get the unit into setup mode, we're going to press and hold the action button until we see the 4/8. At which point you let go and you're in setup mode. The L is flashing. That is where we're going to set the pulses per revolution for the left channel, which is whatever is connected to the black wire in the harness. To change the value, we use the action button. And you set the desired pulses per revolution. At 6, it will roll over in case you go too far, back to 0. And 0 is what you would use if you have nothing connected and you want to disable that channel. All right, we'll leave it at 1 because that's the standard for a 4-cylinder engine with magnetos. Next, we go to the right ignition system, whatever's hooked to the yellow wire in the harness, and you go through the same procedure to set the pulses per revolution on that channel. Next, you move to the maximum RPM, which is the red line above which the max icon will display to tell you you've reached your red line RPM. In this case, we'll leave it at 2700. We're using the mode button to move between the different settings. So now we're at setting the filter, and this is where you set the responsiveness of the tach. If it's jumping around a little bit, you would want to raise the filter number. If you think it's too slow in responding, you would want to lower that number. We're going to leave it at 3. That is the default value. Next, we're going to move on to min, and this is where you decide whether the tachometer is going to be in Hobbs mode or tach mode, where you record your hours. Hobbs mode is 1-to-1. That's with a 0 is what we use for Hobbs mode. In tach mode, you'd set the RPM, for example, 2400, at which the tachometer will record 1 hour of flying time. You can reference the instructions for more information about this. Finally, we set the unit to be either in percent RPM or regular RPM. So 0 is regular RPMs. That's what most people will want. If you want to read in percent RPM, you'd set it at 1. So we'll leave it at 0 because we want regular RPMs. And that will finish the setup procedure when we hit the mode button again and see the 4/8. Now it's important to go all the way through and see the 4/8 again. Otherwise, nothing is saved. All right, that completes the demo. Thank you.